You're listening to The Audacity Effect, where bold moves, real talk, and zero permission slips are just how we do things.
We're Jenna and Kelly, two corporate pros building bigger lives on our terms and helping you do the same.
Whether you're launching something new or burning down what no longer fits,
we've got stories, strategies, and sarcasm to match. Let's get audacious.
Bold moves, real talk, no permission slips. Gotta give him my all. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do with this. There is no blueprint, just my audacity. Done with permission. My dreams might need a pivot, might need a new scheme. Call it audacity.
I turned the microphones on because Kelly was over there with her spicy look on her face. Like, I don't even know what you're going to say, but I want to hear it.
Well, so before we talked a little bit about my favorite quote by Elizabeth Gilbert. So I'm going to read this, my favorite quote by Elizabeth Gilbert.
Please.
I have fallen in love more times than I care to count with the highest potential of a man, rather than with the man himself. And I have hung on to the relationship for a long time, sometimes far too long, waiting for the man to ascend to his own greatness. Many times in romance, I have been the victim of my own optimism. And I love that quote for so many reasons. And that's from Eat, Pray, Love. And if you haven't read it, please do. If you have read it, it's a good reread because it's a lovely journey. But we think of that, when I think of that, it's often in romantic relationships, but we don't talk about it in platonic relationships.
No, those just don't count or something.
I don't even know what that is, but I will say that my friendships, and I'm specifically talking about the women in my life, my friendships with my girlfriends that is holy and sacred and beautiful and intimate,
Very.
And we don't talk about the intimacy of it. But what we really don't talk about on this week of Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving situation is what happens when it ends.
When it's giving not working anymore. I want to just sit for a second with the intimacy of friendships. So we put more stake in romantic ones, and some people have very emotionally intimate relationships with their life partner and some people don't, or some people are in between. But there's so many things that I talk to my close girlfriends about that I will never talk to my husband about because he
is a man.
Like, I'm not hiding anything from him, but he'd be like, I don't know, maybe you should call Kelly. He said that before, and I'm like, well, fine. Which was right. But anyway. But there's, even if you keep friends for a long period of time, there can be ebb and flow. And then there's those friends that you're just like connected to on a spiritual level, and distance does not matter.
Changes nothing.
Those are your real friends.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
If your friendship is contingent upon proximity and common hobbies or something, well, I mean, you can like bond over a hobby, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Then I don't think it's maybe a friendship for now. And the older I get, the more I understand that there's different categories of friendships and that that's okay. However, I've also grown more towards I just really would rather have the ones I'm really close with, and I just don't even really want to invest in the other ones because it's like a lot of
I got
work.
enough to do.
Yeah. I think to be a really good friend, it takes a lot of freaking time, man.
Yeah, it does. It takes a lot of time. It takes as much time as it does to get into a committed relationship.
Dude.
And so one of the things, like at the beginning, as we grow up and we have these friends, I don't know what it's like for men, but for women, for girls, like you have these friends with the anticipation of they're going to be around forever. This is where the BFF came in, my best friend forever. And so you have these things and you feel like, and you think, and you're conditioned to believe that these friends are going to be around forever. And you share so much with these people and you invest so much time with them. And if the relationship this friendship ends, like, we rarely ever talk about, like, how that feels and what that looks like.
Nope.
Because I gotta tell you, some of my friendships that have ended have been more hurtful than relationships.
Yeah.
Romantic relationships that have
Absolutely.
ended. So, I don't know. You get into this thing. Okay, let me stop. Jenna and I have a group of girlfriends that are just, I don't even know, otherworldly. Like,
Yep.
they're just...
That's a good word.
It's just a good group of people, and we are very fortunate. And I didn't realize how incredibly fortunate we were until a few years ago. Well, it hasn't been a few. I guess it's been a couple years ago. There was someone in said friend group, and they
had to go. I don't know.
I mean, I don't even know. They didn't have to go, but they opted to go in such an ugly way that I can't even imagine ever having a conversation with them again. It was so ugly. And they allowed other things to come into play and to shape their behavior. But there was no real, like, conversation about it.
Yeah.
It was just like a kind of a blowout of sorts, and then it was done. And it wasn't, side note, it wasn't just with me in particular, it was all of us, which is insane. It was so insane. If you knew, and if you are her, girl, what? Like, if you are you crazy? Like, what did you do? But, you know, it was, looking back at it, it was so hurtful.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things they did were unsavory. Like, there are some things that were really, truly fucking ridiculous that they've done. And we walked through that with them in that period of time and held their hand through it and literally picked them up off the side of the road through it.
A literal road.
Literal road off the side of the road through it, and never wavered. And they did some things that just were just not great, but we didn't leave. We were still there, and they opted out. And so I don't know. I'm definitely not over it. Like, I know that I'm not over it. Like, I'm still hurt by it.
Yeah.
But there aren't a lot of, like, guides of how to get over your friendship. Like, I was in love with the optimism of who, like, it's my fault. It was the optimism of who she could be. Like, I knew she could be better. Like, I knew she had potential to be better. And I held out for that. And it was my own doing. But damn, it hurts.
Yeah. So if you get in a fight with your partner,
yeah,
you're allowed to tell them, I don't want to talk to you right now. I would like to be mad for a few days.
Yes.
Right? Like, that is expected.
Sure.
I don't think I've ever done that with a friend. I felt it.
Sure, but never did it.
I didn't feel like I had the space to say it because it would hurt their feelings. And there's certain people I know I could say that to. And generally I just love my friends, so I don't want them to feel like that. But why can't we say that, right? If I am being honest with you and I'm showing up in a relationship, who cares if it's romantic or platonic? It's a relationship. Then if I need to take space, why I should be allowed to say I need space. But that doesn't feel allowed.
No.
At least in female friendships, because then, I don't know, do we all have abandonment complexes or something?
Yes, perhaps we did.
But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
if you were to say, hey, I just need a little space from you right now. Like, that thing that happened, it really hurt me. And I'm just not quite ready to, I don't know, be around you, talk to you. I think we have more to process, and I'm not ready to do it right now. That doesn't mean I don't want to be friends, but it means I just need a little space.
Yeah.
It feels like a death blow to a
that's it. Nail in coffin.
Like, now we'll just pretend we don't ever talk to each other ever again. And who? Friend who?
So what happens, I find, less likely there's a blowout and more likely there's ghosting.
Yeah, just gradual pulling away.
Just gradual pulling away and then nothing, which is very confusing and unfair, if I'm being honest, because I've done it and it's not fair because you leave people in a place of confusion and also you don't really get the answers that you want or that could probably help in your healing and getting through the relationship and getting over the end of it. Like, you know how you have the conversation, I keep going back to this and I'm going to, you have a conversation with a guy and you know that you're breaking up and you're like, hey, listen, like these are the things and this is where we are and I want to be clear about where we are and we're done, right? We have no problems with that.
I do. I've never had that with a man in my life. So we have other things to talk about. Anyway. But yes, conceptually, that sounds totally reasonable and like something one would do.
But in friendships, that is not going down. I mean, rarely ever going down. I'm thinking about this one friendship that I have, and we were so close. And we were so close, but this is 1000% related to that quote. I was so hopeful and knew what they could be. And I understood that they weren't there, but they could get there. And I overlooked a lot of the things that were important.
Yeah, red flags.
So many red flags. And so it got to the point where like we would have conversations about some of the red flags, not in particular like how it offended me or how it affected me, but just a general red flag, like this is a red flag. And after so many of those conversations, I came to the realization like, oh, this is just who they are.
Yeah.
Like this isn't like waiting for them to grow into something. They have grown into who they are. Like, this is it. Girl, they keep showing you this is who they are. They have never changed. The problem is you. Like, the problem was me. The problem was not her. The problem was me. And I mean, true vulnerability here. Like, I have not had that conversation. And I have just gradually pulled myself away. And I don't like it's been so difficult getting here. It has hurt me so badly to get here. And I know that it's hurt her as well. And it's so unfair, and I really want to be a better person. I want to be a better person here.
But sometimes you feel like you have the conversation and there's nothing more to say, right? So if that person is not going to be receptive, or they don't want to hear, because maybe you've had the conversation multiple times. If they really thought about it, they would know. And I think you have to have that conversation with a significant other because generally you are having sex with them. So if you just stop, maybe that would be surprising. Maybe you live with them.
Clue one.
Maybe
don't touch me.
Right. If you live with them, it might be you might have to discuss, I would like to not live with you any longer. If you are married, there's some legal paperwork.
Sure.
Whereas friends, even if they're involved in your day-to-day, it is easier to just slowly pull away because you can. I'm not saying you should, but I understand like why those two things are distinct, like a romantic relationship versus like you'd have to have a distinct cutting off. And then it's expected, well, maybe not so much anymore, but it is understandable if you don't want to have contact with that person anymore. It's not really the same thing with friends unless like, I don't know, someone who's like slept with your husband or something.
Yeah. But, and I think that a lot of times it's diminished the importance of the relationship and how it could affect you and how the ending of it could affect you. And I just want to be a better person. I'm always just striving to be a better person. And I think I haven't really been a good person in this because I have not been honest. And then I'm at the space of honesty is literally wasting my breath because I know who I'm dealing with and it doesn't matter.
Well, right. So how do you reconcile that? Because
I don't know.
We talked about like last week or the week before that not everyone deserves your best.
I know. I don't know. So here's the other part of this whole thing. What do you do with your shared friends? Is it like a divorce? Does somebody get the friends and like, how does that work?
You awkwardly invite them to social gatherings of 3 or more if there's like a group party.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot.
We
just brush it under the emotional rug and we don't. I mean, I don't talk about it anyway.
No.
Maybe some of you out there do. Please tell us.
Please tell us if you do. Yeah, like I don't deal with it, but especially right now, like I know it is a big part of my thoughts.
Yeah.
And I need to have some sort of resolution to this. But also, you know how you are in like a thing with somebody, a romantic thing in a situation, and you take a break from them and you say like, I feel like we need a break. Yeah. And then we like take a break and then we decide to like get back together, but it's not the same anymore, but you're still like, you've repaired in the best way that you can.
Yes.
Oh, I don't do that in friendships either.
Oh.
Should we?
I don't know. And I don't know if there's a should, right? Because sometimes you think somebody is a certain thing, you have a certain level of closeness with them, and then you sort of find out, oh, maybe I don't have what I thought. Do I have to trash the friendship altogether? Or maybe I just pull back and have some different boundaries and expectations about this relationship? Because they don't all have to be the same. Like, and I know they're not the same, but they don't all have to be like your ride or dies, your forever friends. Sometimes you are just friends with people for a season, and that's completely okay.
Oh,
it doesn't
that's
mean
weird for me.
Yeah, but I mean, we say that about romantic relationships, right? Like you're with different people for different seasons. And I'm a really loyal person, like because as we have discussed previously, I hate everybody automatically, and then I decide if I like you. So if I decide if I like you, that's like a big deal for me. I'm not saying like you should feel special, but it's, I
do feel special though.
Well, you are special.
Thank you.
Love you. But so then it's hard for me to sort of cut that. Yeah. But I'm very all or nothing. So you're either like very close to me or like I don't care if you breathe. And I don't know how to live in
I don't know how to get in the middle because like my litmus test is if I don't talk to you, do I miss you? If not, like, I'm good. Like that, like, what kind of person am I? So, like, I just...
Person.
But I have not really been like this. I can count 3 people in my life, my friends, that I've been like this. Now, I am very selective of who my friends are. I always have been. Yeah. And so people know me, but people don't know me.
Right. I was going to say, you keep a circle of outer friends.
Yes.
But they've always been there. So you know how to keep those.
Yes. But my inner friends, and when I let someone in there have been 3 people that I have let in that space in my lifetime that have truly hurt me. And I've had to let that go. And it's felt...
Let them go or let it go?
Let it go. Like that relationship with them.
Okay, then,
go.
Yeah. I know you meant like I had to forgive them, or if you were like, you are dead to me.
But that is the other part of it. So I'm very loyal. Like I am loyal to a fault.
Same.
And things could happen.
I'm not.
Until things could happen, and like there could be so many things that could happen where a lot of people would be like, I'm done with this shit. Like I'm done. And I am still hanging in there because I have fallen in love with your potential.
Yes,
and so
I see
like
what you're doing here.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm in it, and I'm going to stay in there with you, and I believe in you, and I know that this can be better, and I'm in it, and I'm not leaving you, and I'm in it. And that was really not a great thing that you did, but I'm in it because you're going to be better. And then you did this one thing, and I'm like, you know what? Nope, never speak to you again. I don't know why I'm like this. I'm either all in or all out.
I'm the same way. I'm not very good at middle stuff.
Do you want to be?
No.
No?
I just don't know if I should be. I'm sure that I should be. I think. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. Look, I think, like, is it a them problem or is it an us problem? And if we have worked on this with romantic partners.
Mm-hmm.
Someone tells you who they are, believe it.
Mm-hmm.
So we could do the same thing with friends. Like, I don't think that everybody in my life has to be, like I said, like a ride or die, or somebody that is sort of at my level, if you will. I think you can have different purposes for different friendships, as long as you know what the purpose of that friendship is, and you can keep the right boundaries in place. I have trouble doing that. That's my thing. I just want to like take care of everybody and like help everybody be okay in my circle, if you're not in my circle. But so I think that's a boundary issue for me, though, because is it still that underlying thing, like I have to show up and be this big in the relationship, or like I'm not, like, does it mean I'm being a bad friend if I don't show up that way? Like,
So here's where I stand with it. If I want to build a relationship with someone, like, I have to be open enough to get hurt. Like, I have to be vulnerable, right? Because I expect their vulnerability as well, right?
So is it that because I don't have any trouble telling Josh when he has pissed me off. None. Not
But there's a
little.
safety there with him.
Correct. So why do I feel that way? But even with some of my closest friends, it would, like, it takes, I'd rather just pretend there's not an issue ever.
Yeah.
Why?
There's not safety there. Maybe you think they'll leave you.
Maybe. Even though that would not be fair. It would be true probably for some people, actually. But then not for other people. Like, if I'm as close with my good girlfriends as I say that I am, then if any of you came to me and said, hey, I just wanted to tell you, like, this thing that happened really hurt my feelings, I would be fucking devastated.
Yeah.
But I would also be so glad that you told me, because I would know it was a big deal, because it would be really hard for me to have that vulnerability. I don't know. We're tapping into something here. I don't know what it is, but.
Yeah. So So is that fair for us to want that from our friends, but not give it to them?
No.
Because if you are upset with me, please tell me, because dear God, I want to fix it immediately, if not sooner.
Yeah. Same. Is it just that? I don't know. Am I just like a little bitch about conflict? Like, do I think that I can handle the uncomfortability? I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's definitely depriving us of like a next level of closeness. Because
this is so good.
If we can't work through a disagreement, how good of friends are we really? I mean, like, if you got in one fight with your partner and you were like, that's it, which I wanted to do before, let me be clear. But it's probably hungry.
Sure.
I don't know.
So it's like, I'm thinking about this. And so in this one friendship that I'm thinking of, it's like, that's just the way they are. That's a lot. I give excuses for them.
Yeah.
That's just the way they are. And they'll be better. Like, it's fine. I don't even have to worry about it. But I think that you're right. Like, I don't want it's not that I'm afraid of the confrontation. I just don't want the emotional responsibility of the confrontation. I don't want to deal with that. Like, like I said, I got enough going on. Like, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah. Like, please don't bring your drama to me.
Right. But
also, if we're friends, shouldn't you bring your drama to me?
Exactly.
Gross.
This is a conundrum. So are we, in fact, being great friends by not saying the things?
Probably not, Kelly. Probably not.
I'm saying this because I think I might not be a great friend to this person. Or have they shown me enough?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it's cut and dry necessarily, because I do think, again, is it worth your energy? So if I'm going to take the emotional expenditure to have a conflict with someone, I have to be very vested in that relationship. It has to be worth it for me to deal with the conflict. So if you already know that this person is who they are and that's not really somebody that fits into your life, is it worth the emotional expenditure? Probably not.
Probably not. I think that that's where I've been, because deep down I already know.
Exactly. So if it's you're avoiding it just because you don't want the conflict and that person is worth it to you, like I think that's probably the meter of do I have this conversation or not? Does this relationship mean enough to me to surface this? Or is this coming from a place of, like you just said, I already know, oh my God, this person is
This is it.
It's not. This is what I'm gonna get. So I can make my decisions based. I have all the data points I need to make a decision. Either we're not friends anymore, or you're like the broader social circle and not in the closed circle, or I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
maybe thinking out loud here.
Friendships are hard.
They really are, and like you said, we don't talk about them. There's so many books on relationships or like how to deal with your parents. But
how do you grieve the loss of a friendship? And
I don't know.
How do you grieve that? Because it does hurt.
Especially like you said a minute ago about friend breakups. Like if you're not friends, if you stop being friends with somebody that's in a shared circle, well, who am I going to talk to about? I don't want to talk about the other friend.
I don't want to.
Friends.
Right. But also, here's the other thing. This is the other rub. I have been really close friends with you all this time, and I come to you and talk to you about all these things, and now we're not friends. Like, who the hell do I talk to?
Yeah, because I would have talked to you about it.
Yeah. I don't know. This definitely wasn't an episode where I have answers for sure, or either of us have answers for sure. But I think that it's important to have the dialogue and the conversations, because there has to be a better way than what we're doing, because I don't feel like I'm not doing it wrong, but I'm not necessarily ending friendships to the best of my ability.
Yeah, same. Or even really.
Or transitioning them. And that's the other, I have not left room for that either. Like the knowledge that there can be just a transition from talking every day to talking twice a month. Like I haven't left room for that possibility. And maybe that needs to be part of the conversation too.
Maybe. I think you only get to own 50% of that though, right? Because if you are okay with the transition, will they be? And again, maybe this is just I don't know, as we're talking about this, I assume for the most part that if I bring up a conflict, like, that's it. I don't know that you can emotionally, not you, Kelly, generic you. Yeah. Like, I don't know if you can emotionally take it. I don't want to deal with it. I got enough going on. And if I did say I need to take a step back, I don't know. I guess, is it because, like, if one of my, no, I don't know. I was going to say if like one of my friends said it to me, but I would want to know. Like, of course it hurts to hear, but also like I'd want to know because I would like the opportunity to fix whatever that thing is. And like I said, I would totally tell Josh that all day long, what he's doing to bug me. So I wonder what the difference is between.
There's not the safety in it.
No.
I think there's not the safety in the commitment to the friendship. And just thinking about it and thinking about that friendship in particular, there should be a level of safety, but deep down, I'm well aware that it's not. And I know in observing, and I am an observer's observer. So I sit and watch and listen and take note of things, a lot of things. And I know that they have truly never really been a friend. They don't really know how to be a girlfriend. And
yeah, that'll do it.
You know, and so like just kind of watching that. And so I know and understand that safety is not there. Like I cannot say those things and know that our relationship we can have some semblance of a relationship.
Yeah. You and Beth were the people to point out to me that, like, in friendships, it's supposed to be reciprocal. So I definitely attracted a lot of people that
were siphons.
Yeah. Yeah. And I allowed it to be, right? So it was definitely a 50-50 sort of arrangement. And then I would wonder why. And then there'd be Josh quietly in the background, like, yeah, I thought she sucked. Like, oh, thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Sage.
Oh, it's right.
Man of few words, but those are the words you choose. Be quiet. Go back to quietness. Anyway. So that was like a revolutionary concept. Like, oh, wow, your friend has like a reciprocal relationship back and forth with you. So that's kind of a standard that I was able to put in, and that had some people fall away. But then I think in some relationships, I feel like I understand where the other person is coming from. And sometimes I have to work through it because some things feel bad and hurtful. But I've taken the time to process it and try and figure out, okay, like, where are they coming from? And is it really to hurt me, or is it just where they are? And then to your point, if that's where they are, is that acceptable to me? Can I tolerate that? And perhaps that's the question. But again, why don't we just have confrontations with our girlfriend?
Or hard-ass conversations.
Yeah. I don't know.
I want to do better, though. I really want to do better. I want to be better. I want to show up better, not for them, but for me, because I don't want to have the questions. I don't want to have the concerns about, like, if I did it right, or if they could be different, or if they, like, I shouldn't have that. We should just have the conversation, because that relationship, if it's important enough to be in a relationship in my life, it should be important enough to fix it or leave it, having clarity.
Yes, and I think my problem is as soon as there's a slight hint of drama, I immediately just want to be done.
Listen, I cannot do drama. Like, that's the other thing too. I can't, if I smell it, I'm going the other way.
Right, but then,
I just can't.
And I don't even mean, I don't know, drama is maybe that just conflict that's not coming from my side, or if I think I just want to be done because I don't want to do it. So I think what I need to work on is, okay, well, just maybe take a few minutes, days, weeks, like, let's think about it. Like, let's get past the emotions.
Take a think.
And do the evaluation that we just said. Yeah. Is this worth it to have the conflict and to have the hard conversation? Like we said, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I can't make that. I think it's going to be a case-by-case basis. But I definitely have the inclination to just exit stage left.
Yeah.
And that's something interesting in me that I probably need to dig into a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm so big on protecting my peace lately. And I don't like dissonance in my life.
Yeah.
In any way. And so much so that I cut off truly any hints of, like, crazy. I'm like, you know what? I'm just not gonna. But
I don't think that's wrong, though. That's the thing. That's why this is hard. I don't think that it's wrong. Like, if you didn't have anybody that you were close to in your life, I would maybe have an intervention.
Thank you.
So you're getting cold and crotchety, boo. What's happening? But I think it's perfectly okay to say I don't want that chaos.
I think about, like, the men in my life, and when they have an issue with their other guy friend.
Oh boy, if any of you are listening to this still, they're like, I don't understand this at all. What's your problem? Why don't you just say what's the problem and then move on?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I know.
They just do it. But they don't have to worry about, well, some guys get their feelings hurt, but I just don't feel like there's so many feelings involved. I
think that's a myth.
You think? Okay.
I think their feelings they're just not emoted. Like, you don't get to see them, but I definitely think that they're feelings.
Yes, they have, but I think they can maybe be a bit more logical to it. I think they are governed more by logic, and so
for sure.
If bro 1 approaches bro 2 and say, hey man, the other night when you did that kind of pissed me off, bro 2 can be like, oh, sorry man, I didn't mean to, and then they're good. And that's it.
Ooh.
What if we could just do that?
Whoa.
Look, the patriarchy, like, as it sits, has got to go. But men, you guys do some things.
You do some things right.
Yeah, we could learn from.
Right.
Damn. It doesn't have to be a whole thing, I guess. So maybe we should start trying to have relationships, like, a little more like men, just like the conflict part.
Or when they're like, yeah, I'm done with him, they're like, done.
Dude, Josh just cut people off. He doesn't even feel bad, not even a little. I'm like, you didn't even, like, you weren't worried about hurting their feelings? He's like, no, why would I be? It's not my problem. Like, what? Isn't it your problem?
I know.
He said, no.
I asked my mom, I was like, hey, have you talked to whoever? And he's like, no. Like, that's just it. Like, oh, like, you just haven't talked to him? Like, is he okay? He's like, I don't know.
Well, also, that's just like how Josh is anyway. He asks no details ever.
What is that?
I don't know. He sends me memes all the time where the husbands are like, my wife wanted me to ask you questions. Are you in a relationship?
Yes.
How is it going?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you don't ask anything. You're so boring.
What is that? But yeah, I think that there's something to be said about that, the way they are in relationship. But I do think that we disregard the emotional level of friendships, especially female friendships.
Yeah.
And we don't really, especially breakups.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we start reframing our friendships to be equivalent to our romantic relationships, will we start then by what you would or wouldn't do in your romantic relationship, at least like from like a communication perspective, I think we also need to start bringing it to our female friendships. Right? Because why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't we?
There's, as you said earlier, like there's probably more emotional vulnerability with a lot of our girlfriends than there is, well, if you have like a man as your partner.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, as we are having this conversation, I am like thinking about that. Like it's okay. Maybe that is something that I've not. Like maybe I'm not that good of a friend. I don't know.
So that's what that is what I've been trying to work through, because again, I'm in this season of, I really am living for me, and I have to make sure things align with that.
Yes.
And I have this friendship that I'm really struggling with, like, where to put it or not put it, that aligns with taking care of myself and me thinking about it often and kind of worrying, not necessarily worrying, but being unsure of where it is in my life. Like that's not taking care of me.
No. And if you have that much turmoil over it, then maybe that one's just got to go.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right? Because if it was, like, I have friends that I used to be close with, and then they moved, and then we don't really keep in touch that much anymore. Like, we don't hate them or anything. We didn't have a falling out. It was just our relationship was more situational, and that was fine. It wasn't, like, dramatic. Then there's friends that have moved, and I love you forever, and I'll find you.
Beth, I love you.
And Rose.
Miss you, Beth. And Rosie, love you so much.
And Kristen, my forever best friend from being a kid. We like had some crazy stuff happen. We were little together, and we don't talk all the time, but when we do, it's like we never missed a beat. It's really cool.
Have I ever talked to you about Tara Brown?
No, but
my God, Tara, Jesus. We were at, side note, we were at 31 together, and we ended up serving on the Gives Care Council, the philanthropy group at 31.
Okay.
And I didn't know anybody on the council, and she didn't know anybody on the council, and we ended up being roommates, and we call each other forever roommates. Like, we always roomed with each other. And she is in California, and it makes me so sad because I really wish we lived closer. But she's one of those friends that we could not talk for a month, and we pick up the phone and we are literally right back where we were.
Yep.
It never changes. Like, it's so amazing. It's so beautiful. And I don't want to say low maintenance, but it's just.
No, but it is.
It's easy on my heart.
Yes.
Yes.
But, and maybe that's me being selfish, but for my friendships, like, I don't want there to be a lot of conflict, man.
No.
I want us to show up for each other, and it's just easy.
Oh my God. And
is that
she,
wrong?
Like, she cheers for me and I cheer for her. And it's really, really just a beautiful friendship. And we are not remotely close to the same space in proximity wise.
No,
but,
but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And that's how, I feel like that's like the real test, right? Like, if you don't have to see each other all the time and it doesn't change anything. I mean, I want to see you all the time.
All the time.
You know, I can't. So there's like a sadness to it because like I want you in my life more. But there's also this like beautifulnulness to it because we are so connected that
that's the same thing with me and Tanya.
Space continuum doesn't matter.
Tanya and I have been friends since college. Tanya and I were so close that we knew each other so well that we called each other pseudo roommates. I had my own place. She had her own place, but we had keys to each other's place because we knew that we could not live together.
That's like me and Melanie. We met in college. We're still called each other DPs, domestic partners, because she would come over all the time. But like, also, I'm too messy for her. So
Yes, yes. But we have always we have been friends since I was 21, and still now, like no matter where we are, we have that connection that never goes anywhere.
Yep.
Like, and those kind of friendships are the ones I truly want to always invest in.
Yeah.
But I don't like this uncertainty of this other one, and I don't like willy-nilly. I don't like gray spaces.
No, do you think any of the, I don't know when to wrap this up, but do you think any of the uncertainty comes because, at least in standard, like, heterosexual romantic relationship where I am a female, I have a male, that's my husband, and then girlfriends. There's been many times where you're really close with a friend and then they get a boyfriend and then, poop, you're chopped liver. Has that ever happened to you? Yeah. So it's like, okay, we're close now, but if a man comes along, and I don't even know, no, I do know that level is not acceptable, but there's like a prioritization of your family unit that I understand has to happen, but this is different.
That's exactly what happened with this. That's how, that was the beginning of the drift.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of other things that were involved in that, but that was the beginning of the drift. And I have not ever been like that, because I want, one, you're my girlfriend, and so girl, this is what's happening and I need you in. Like, so there's that. Yeah. But also, I can't imagine being very close to someone and abandoning that because of somebody
new.
Yeah, like I can't do that. So that was the beginning of the drift.
Yeah.
And there were lots of other things that came with that. But then there was also a question of loyalty, because my thought is, if you are comfortable being disloyal for this thing, like, I don't trust that you are loyal to me.
I can't trust you with my heart and my vulnerability.
And it happened several times.
Yeah.
And it just made me question, like, am I the problem? Like,
no, because then you feel like you're just being used. Like, I am here to entertain you when you don't have a man around, but as soon as you get a man, like, you don't need me anymore. And again, I understand that dynamics can change a little bit when you have a partner, but you're maintaining your relationships with your close girlfriends is just as important in my mind as maintaining your relationship with your partner.
Yeah.
And if you guys are like having little kids or like in a weird space, like, I know, again, time can be limited, but there's still a way, I think, to like stay in connection with your friends so that they don't feel abandoned.
Yeah. And again, like, there were so many other things going on in that. Like, there's just a lot going on in that. But for me, the string that was just throughout the entirety of all of this is that you were not honest with me. You were not honest with those other people. You were not honest with those other people. You were not honest in that situation. You were not honest with this. You were not honest with that. So how in the hell do I know that you are honest with me?
Well, they're not. I think you've answered your own question by talking through this, in my personal opinion.
I think you're right.
And I don't think you would have this much, what's the word? Like,
strife?
Yeah, like uncertainty over it if it was right.
You're right.
I think it's that it's wrong and you know it, and you're sad that it is
so
wrong.
Sad.
Like, I think both things can be true. I think you can realize that the relationship is not serving you anymore, and it's probably not the thing. But that makes you sad because you don't want it to be. Like, you really wanted it to be what you started the whole conversation off with. Yes. You wanted it to be the potential that it could. And at some point we have to acknowledge when that potential is
damn.
Yeah. And I'm saying that to my own self too, to be clear.
Yeah. Damn.
Well, I this wasn't maybe a very prescriptive episode, but we're messy, and so we just like to be messy out loud.
Yeah.
So be really interested, though, to hear what you guys think about this, if you have thought about it, if this is something new to you, if you do have regular conflicts with your friends, how do you have them? How does it go? Or do you not?
Maybe we're out of practice too. Like, we don't really do this, like have conflict with our girlfriends.
True. Maybe we could do role playing. I'll do brunch and be like, okay, pick a card.
Yes.
Kelly, you did not compliment my shoes. It hurt my feelings because I appreciate your style sense. And you would say, Jenna, thank you so much for sharing that with me.
We'll do it.
I think we really should do it.
We should do a role play.
That's going to be, we need to make some video content.
Yes. But I do want to say this before we go. Like, cheer for your girlfriends. Cheer for your girlfriends. Even if it's something that you wish you could do, even if it's something that you would never do, even if it's something that you don't even understand, cheer for them. Please cheer for them, because they need your love and support. And when that is withdrawn because of your own bullshit, like, it's just so hurtful.
Yeah.
It's just so hurtful.
And I mean, I can't function without my close girlfriends.
I can't even imagine.
So if I'm thankful for anything this year, I'm thankful for the friendships that make me better.
Yeah.
I mean, selfishly, like, the really good people in your life, they really do make you better. They challenge you. They inspire you.
Yes. They send you funny things all the time. Thank you, Jenna. I love you so much for that. Yes.
Well, you send funny things too.
Thanks. I try. But yes, I am also very, very thankful for my friends. And I think you and I are both in a very unique spot in that we're not close. Our families are not close in proximity.
Mm-hmm.
And so our friends are a family. And so it just changes the dynamic of it. And so I'm so very thankful for my family. I have no idea what I would do without you guys.
No. And we just want to figure out how we can show up. I want to show up better.
Yeah, I do too.
For my Friendsgiving crew. Like, I do. So we'll keep talking about this. I think we'll revisit this if we have some revelations. And if you have any revelations, please email them in.
Where's the email? info@theaudacityeffect.com. Email us, please.
Or DM us, whichever.
Yeah, that's fun too.
We'd love to hear from you. This is an interesting topic. I think we need to talk about it more.
Yeah, we do. All right.
Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Turkey Day, you guys. Later, taters.
Bye. It would be audacious of you to do a few quick things for you and for us. First, hit that follow or subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Then, share this with someone who needs a little more audacity in their life. And if you're feeling generous, leave us a review and a 5-star rating. It helps way more than you think. Want more? Head to theaudacityeffect.com for episodes, our favorite things, and merch. And don't be a stranger. Come hang out on IG @the_audacity_effect.